Hey guys, welcome to Top 1%. So in today's video the question is, are all calories equal? Are all calories the same? Think about it this way. Is traveling 10 kilometers in every possible condition the same? I mean, traveling down a slope on a skateboard for 10 kilometers is a hell of a lot more easier compared to trekking up a vertical cliff for 10 kilometers. Right? I'm just trying to give you a relation. In the big picture, all that matters is your caloric intake when it comes to losing weight or gaining weight. If you are in a calorie deficit, that is you're eating less energy than what you're spending, you will lose weight. And if you're in a calorie surplus, which is eating more energy than what you're spending, you will gain weight. That's the big picture. That's never going to change. That's science, that's facts, it's been proven. Let's move on. Okay? But there's more things to be considered in terms of your longevity, being healthy, and just enjoying the process and making sure it's sustainable. So calories is not all that matters, right? I mean, who would say that eating 100 calories of broccoli is the same as eating 100 calories of french fries? It's not. So that's what I want to talk about in today's video. I'll make this concept really clear for you, and let's get started with that. But before that, this is my 99th video. The next video, which is going to be my 100th video, I'm planning to do a Q&A session. I've already got quite a few questions from you guys, and I appreciate that, but here's your last chance to send over more questions to my side so that I can hopefully answer them in the next video. Anyways, let's get started with today's video without any further ado right away. Of course, caloric intake is going to be your primary consideration. That's the most important factor, as I proved in my recent video where I talked about how this science teacher lost over 60 pounds of weight by eating just McDonald's. It's astonishing. I suggest you watch that video if you haven't watched it already. But apart from caloric intake, you also need to consider the macronutrients and the micronutrients. What are your macronutrients? Your proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Micronutrients, your vitamins, minerals, all that good stuff. I'm not just going to mull over the science over and over again. In fact, I'm going to give you examples so that you can understand that better. So here's that. First, there's everybody's favorite sweetener, sugar. Sugar is the simplest form of carbohydrate, and each gram of carbohydrate contains 4 calories. So 51 grams of sugar contains 200 calories. That's a lot. The problem isn't itself with sugar inherently, but the foods that use sugar contain a lot of calories. They're very calorie dense and they're very palatable. So you keep eating more and more of it, and that's how we get overweight, indirectly by eating sugar. And now compare that with 2 big round juicy apples, 365 grams for just 200 calories. Clearly that's a lot better source of energy compared to sugar, because apple contains more water content, more fiber, vitamins, minerals, and so on. And next up, we have bhujia or mixture. This can be compared to chips or any other deep fried junk food. It's not good for you, clearly. Just 39 grams of it makes up for 200 calories. That is a lot. No wonder it's so tasty and it contains so many calories. You keep eating more and more of it. That's how you put on fat. And now let's move on to something a million times healthier. Carrots. A whopping 502 grams makes up for just 200 calories. Clearly a better choice. It's a great source of fiber and vitamin A. And lastly, I want to show you, just because something is healthy doesn't mean you can consume as much of it as you want. Here we have cold pressed groundnut oil, a lot better than the horrible refined oil that you find in the market, vegetable oils and stuff like that. Here it contains 200 calories in just 25 grams. That is so easy to overeat. Do you understand now? You see what I'm talking about? That's important. Can you find a diet that can fulfill these requirements? To be healthy, to be fit in the long term, to have a diet that's sustainable, you need to meet your caloric requirements, your macronutrient requirements, and your micronutrient requirements. That is what makes a good quality diet. You need to understand that. And if you want to learn more about that, watch my videos. I've made that so that you can understand it in more detail. But that brings us to our next point. That is ghrelin, your hunger hormone. If you eat foods that contain a lot of calories for very little volume, you're going to be hungry. Your ghrelin hormone is going to be going crazy. You'll have food cravings. You'll want to eat all day. You won't be satisfied. So it's important that you understand eating low calorie dense foods is really important, just like what I showed you in the example. And also you need to wonder, why do eating low calorie dense foods work? Why is it effective? Here's why. Low calorie dense foods usually contain a lot of fiber content or high in water content, which add nothing to calories, but they keep you full. You need fiber to stay full. Alright? Men need 40 grams of fiber in a day, and women need about 28 grams of fiber in a day. Of course that varies. It goes up and down depending on how big you are, what is your weight, how tall you are, and all that stuff. anyways. So satiety is really important. So fiber content, that's the first thing. And the second thing is your protein intake. Protein boosts satiety. It makes you feel full faster than eating carbohydrates and fats. Why is that? The reason is protein is the most important macronutrient. So when your body gets enough of protein, it feels alright, I've got the nutrients I need to survive, and not just survive, thrive and be in an optimal state if you get the right amount of protein. And that's why eating protein and eating fiber, you need to focus on that. That's going to keep you full. And the next point I want to talk about, to prove that all calories are not equal, is thermic effect of food. What does that mean? It is simple. When you consume food, any sort of macronutrient, proteins, carbohydrates or fats, it needs to be metabolized into energy, into form that can be used by your body, right? So protein has the highest thermic effect of food, which means protein burns the most amount of calories to be digested and converted into energy. Carbohydrates a lot less than that, and fats, it burns the least amount of calories. So let me give an example. Let's say you eat 1000 calories worth of protein, right? 300 calories of that will be burnt off just to convert it, just to metabolize it. Do you realize what that means? When you work out in the gym for say 1 hour, you'll not even burn 300 calories. It's going to be less than that. When you do a full cardio session, you'll probably just burn 300 calories. So you're burning 300 calories just by sitting at home, just by eating around, because you ate protein. That's why protein is important, apart from countless other benefits such as building your muscle mass, repairing your cells and all of that. Protein is important. That's why I say it's the most important macronutrient. Carbohydrates and fats, they don't burn nearly as much energy as protein does. So thermic effect of food is another important factor. And that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications when I post a new video, and comment down below what questions do you want me to answer in my Q&A video. I'm looking for more questions, so please do that. And if you enjoyed this video, share this video to your friends so that they can learn a little more about nutrition and improve the quality of their life, their fitness. And until next time, take care, stay hungry.